What if I told you the South African government has money sitting aside right now to help you buy your first home, and most people who qualify for it have never even heard of it? We're not talking about a loan. We're not talking about something you have to pay back. We're talking about a once-off, non-repayable cash subsidy up to 169,000 Rand paid straight to your bank on your behalf. It's called FLISP, the Finance-Linked Individual Subsidy Program, and today we're breaking it all down. Who qualifies, how much you can get, how to apply, and the mistakes you need to avoid. Stay with me, because if you or someone you know earns between 3,500 and 22,000 Rand a month, this video could literally change your life. All right, let's get into it. What exactly is FLISP? FLISP stands for the Finance-Linked Individual Subsidy Program. It was introduced by the Department of Human Settlements back in 2012, and it's been updated and expanded several times since then. You may also hear it called First Home Finance. That's just the newer branding. Same program. Now here's the problem FLISP was designed to solve, and this is important, so listen carefully. In South Africa, there are essentially two types of people when it comes to housing. On one end, you have low-income earners who qualify for a fully subsidized RDP house from the government. On the other end, you have higher earners who can walk into a bank and get a home loan, no problem. But then, there's this massive gap in the middle. People who earn too much to get a free RDP house, but not enough to comfortably afford a home loan on their own. That gap market is exactly who FLISP was built for. The subsidy gives you a lump sum paid directly to your bank or financial institution to reduce how much you need to borrow. Less loan, lower monthly repayments, and a far better shot at actually owning your own home. Simple concept, big impact. Let's get into the details. Now this is the section you want to pay close attention to because FLISP has some very specific requirements. If you don't tick every box, unfortunately, you won't qualify. So let's go through them one by one. Number 1, income. Your gross monthly household income must fall between 3,501 Rand and 22,000 Rand a month. Now that's household income, meaning if you're married or cohabiting with a partner, it's your combined earnings. If you're single, it's just yours. And yes, housing allowances from your employer are included in that figure. Number 2, South African citizen or permanent resident. You must hold a valid South African ID or a permanent residence permit. No exceptions here. Number 3, first-time buyer. No exceptions. This one is a hard line. You must never have owned fixed residential property before, and you must never have previously received any form of government housing subsidy, including RDP or anything similar. If you've benefited before, FLISP is not for you. Number 4, age and legal status. You need to be at least 18 years old or be legally married or divorced. You also must be of sound mind, which is legal language for being capable of entering a contract. And one more, if you're married or cohabiting, the property must be registered in both names in the deeds office. Both parties have to be on the title deed. That's not optional. So to summarize, middle income, South African, first-time buyer, no previous government housing benefit, over 18, and either in a relationship or supporting dependents. That's your checklist. Now for the part everyone wants to know. How much money are we actually talking about? The subsidy works on a sliding scale. The lower your income, the higher your subsidy. The higher your income, the lower your subsidy. Makes sense. The government is trying to help where the need is greatest. Here's how it breaks down. If your household earns between 3,501 and 3,700 Rand a month, you qualify for the maximum subsidy of around 169,000 Rand. If you earn around 7,100 to 7,300 Rand a month, you're looking at roughly 102,000 Rand. And at the top income range, earning between 21,800 and 22,000 Rand a month, you still qualify for a subsidy of around 38 to 39,000 Rand. So even at the maximum income threshold, you're getting nearly 40,000 Rand knocked off your home loan. That is not small change. Now there's a FLISP subsidy calculator on the official website. The link is in the description below, so you can enter your exact income and see precisely what you'd qualify for. Definitely worth checking before you do anything else. And remember, this money goes directly to your bank. It either reduces your outstanding home loan or gets used as a deposit. You never touch it yourself, which is exactly what makes it a subsidy and not a loan. So what exactly can you buy with FLISP? You've got three options. Option 1, buy an existing home. New or old, doesn't matter. As long as it's a residential property and it's your first purchase, you're good. The property must generally be below around 1.8 million rand in value. Option 2, buy a vacant, serviced residential stand, what most of us would call a plot, as long as it's linked to a building contract with an NHBRC registered builder. That's the National Home Builders Registration Council, the government body that certifies home builders in South Africa. Option 3, build a new home on a plot or stand you already own, again, using a builder registered with the NHBRC. So whether you're buying something that's already built, buying land to build on, or building on land you already have, FLISP can help you. Good flexibility there. All right, let's talk about how you actually apply, because this is where people sometimes get confused or drop the ball. Step 1, secure financing first. Before you can even submit a FLISP application, you need to have a home loan approval, or at minimum, an approval in principle from an accredited bank or lender. The rules have also been updated to include other forms of financing, like employer housing schemes, pension fund loans, stokvels, or rent-to-own agreements. The point is, you need some form of approved financing linked to the property. Step 2, get your documents together. You're going to need certified copies of your smart card or barcoded ID for every adult in the household, birth certificates for any children, proof of South African citizenship, your marriage certificate if applicable, proof of income such as payslips or bank statements, and your home loan approval letter. Step 3, submit your application. You can do this through your bank or financial institution directly through a bond originator or by visiting your local Department of Human Settlements office. You can also apply online via the First Home Finance application portal on the NHFC website. That link is in the description below. Step 4, wait for processing. Once a complete, properly documented application is submitted, the National Housing Finance Corporation typically takes around 7 working days to process. Step 5, subsidy gets paid to your bank. If approved, the money is paid directly to your financial institution. That amount either reduces your outstanding home loan or covers your deposit or helps pay legal fees like transfer and bond registration costs. One more thing worth knowing, you may also be able to apply retroactively if you bought a property recently and didn't know about FLISP at the time. Contact the Department of Human Settlements directly to find out if that applies to your situation. Before we wrap up, let me quickly flag a few things that trip people up. First, don't assume you don't qualify just because you think you earn too much. 22,000 Rand a month covers a lot of South Africans. Run the numbers. Second, make sure your documents are all certified and complete before submitting. An incomplete application causes delays, and in property deals, delays cost money. Third, your builder, if you're constructing, must be registered with the NHBRC. Using an unregistered contractor disqualifies you. And fourth, FLISP is a once-in-a-lifetime benefit. You only get it once, so make sure you use it wisely and on the right property. All right. That's your full breakdown of FLISP, one of the most underutilized government programs in South Africa, and honestly, one of the most powerful tools available to first-time homebuyers in this country. If you think you might qualify, or you know someone who does, all the links you need to apply are in the description below this video. The official First Home Finance application portal, the NHFC contact details, and the FLISP subsidy calculator are all down there so you can see exactly what you'd be entitled to. Don't sleep on this. Owning your own home is one of the most important financial moves you can make, and FLISP might just be the push you needed to make it happen. If this video helped you, hit subscribe because we put out content like this every week. Real financial education built for South Africans. I'm Ryan. See you in the next one.